We finally got to play in some snow here in Salt Lake Valley, but we didn't have much time because it was almost time for full-size invasion at the winter 4x4 Jamboree in Sand Hollow, and we need to get BYT ready. Welcome back to You in a Garage, everybody. As you can see, BYT is back in the shop. Luckily, the truck has been performing great the last couple of trips out, and so we don't have any major problems to fix. But we do need to do a thorough bolt check, and there's a little bit of maintenance we want to take care of before we hit the trail again. One thing, we've got this annoying little noise on the rear bumper that we're going to take care of, and even bigger issue, as far as that goes, we need to fix our license plate holder. We made this thing removable so that we wouldn't destroy it when we go off-road, except for that only works if you actually remember to remove it. So we're going to get that fixed up, make sure everything else works the way it should, check the trailer, check the tow rig, and get ready to head out next week. But before we do all that, let's get this thing up on the lift and get the bolt check done. As hard as we push our trucks off-road, there's bound to be some loose bolts. Crap can happen to anyone, but you don't want to be that guy that holds up the run just because you didn't do proper maintenance on your rig. Well, this is why you do a bolt check. Just came up here and yeah, missing the nut. So we will replace that. I'm going to use a lock nut here. Get that tightened up. Let's keep checking. A while back, Joey made a great video detailing everything he does for a pre-trip inspection of his trucks. It contains a lot of great information, so I'll provide the link below. For me, I'm always careful to check the transfer case adapter bolts. I've had them come loose multiple times. Luckily, I've always caught it before it had a major issue. And I found another problem. Check out how loose that U-joint is. Yeah, that's going to have to be replaced. Here I'm using the flashlight to check the motor mounts. I've had those come loose before as well. This time, everything looks good. I finished off the bolt check by tightening the front bumper and winch mount. All right, I'm going to change out the loose U-joint we found earlier. Pop the caps and I don't know if you see that. Needle bearings are gone. So it's a good thing we checked this. Let's get this thing changed out. I keep this tool in my toolkit that I keep in the Blazer. I bought this a while back for changing U-joints. Now obviously you can just press them out using a bench press or a vise, but if you've got to do it on the trail, it's nice to have a tool that'll do it for you. Press it back the other way. Easy peasy. Done and ready to be reinstalled. While we were doing maintenance on BYT, Key showed up to drop off his truck, Twinkie. Getting Twinkie unloaded so we can take it down to full-size Invasion. I know Keith's hoping for better weather. Should be a little warmer down there. We're about to find out though. With everything under the truck good to go, it was time to check under the hood. All right, doing a couple of checks under the hood here, and notice this right down here. Focus. Yeah. Got some loose bolts on the exhaust manifold, and you can see a little discoloration up above there. So yeah, it's definitely leaking. Get them tightened up. Now that the bolt check is done, we finish the necessary part of our maintenance by topping off all the fluids. With that done, we moved around to the back to finish the repairs to the bumper that we mentioned earlier. Much better. And we straightened out our license plate brackets too. Now that we've done a complete bolt check, fixed a couple problems, topped off all the fluids, Blazer's basically ready to go. But there is one nice to have thing that I want to take care of. A while back, I installed these aftermarket door latches, but I never got around to painting the mild steel part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull those off, paint those up, and get them reinstalled. Since I've got the time, I'm going to get that taken care of. We installed these Altman Easy latches from Trique Manufacturing a few years ago, and they're a fantastic upgrade over the stock door latches. We did a complete video on these, so I'll include that link below also. Once I got all the internal parts stripped from the latches, I cleaned them by soaking them in some uric acid. It made quick work of the rust. A quick rinse and dry, and they were ready for paint. I painted BYT, which stands for Big Yellow Truck, back in the 90s when yellow wasn't such an oddball color. I looked for a long time to find a spray paint that was a good match for it. Recently, I found one. Any guesses as to what the correct color ended up being? Now that we've got all our repairs done on the truck, it's just time to load in our supplies. Now, I like to take everything I need to solve any potential issue that I have on the road. But what I don't like is carrying a spare. It's awkward, they're heavy, they take up way too much room. But if you blow a tire off road, what are you gonna do? We've carried patch kits before, and that's fine for if you get a hole in the tread. But what if you get a hole in the sidewall, which is exactly what happened to this tire before? Well, they now have this stuff called glue tread, and it's supposed to be good for sidewall repair. So I'm gonna try that on this tire, and if it works, I'm not gonna be carrying a spare anymore. I'm gonna carry this so I don't have to. The package we bought came with 4 patches, instructions, sandpaper, adhesive, and the accelerator. According to the instructions, if properly prepared, you can air up the tire within 30 minutes. You only have to wait 15 seconds if you use the included accelerator. I call that a successful repair. I'm impressed. All right, with that, we have everything ready to go on BYT here. Everything's loaded up. So let's get this and Twinkie loaded on the trailer. All right, we've got the trucks all loaded up. We're headed down to full-size Invasion, Sand Hollow. Stay tuned for next week. We'll show you all the fun wheeling we got done. Thanks for watching. You Win a Garage.